Hey, this is Five of Clubs, and welcome to episode 2 of our one-deck dungeon playthrough on Simpleton Solos, a series in which a Simpleton plays one of his favorite board games. In the last episode, we successfully beat back scores of swinging log traps with our bare fists, and bravely snuck our way to rewards hidden behind fiery elemental foes. Boldly and brilliantly, of course. This dragon cave has been a puzzling composition of repeat encounters so far, but surely we'll see more variety as we head into floor 2. Will the level increase, item, and skills we acquired in floor 1 set us on the right foot to see us through to the end of floor 2? Let's charge forth dauntlessly and find out. Okay, and here we are. We are going to descend into floor 2. I went ahead and actually just put a damage marker right here on floor 2 to mark where we are going to be so that I do not forget, depending on what different things happen throughout the game. As I sort of covered at the end of the last episode, we are now going to have to fill these 2 boxes when dealing with challenges instead of just the one, but we will start with the Hall of Statues by discarding 5 time. There is 1, 2, 3. These are not stacking. There we go. 4 and 5, and let's go ahead and, like we did before, lay out 4 lovely doorways. Alright, we'll spend 2 more time. And which of these doors we feeling good about? How about this one? Flame statues. Well, we were in the Hall of Statues, and now we have statues spewing flames at us. Not a great start. Okay, so it looks like we have a disenchant skill check, which requires magic dice. We do have 2 magic dice now, and of course we have our black die for leveling up, and if we want, our heroic die. So that may not be entirely out of the realm of possibility. And dodge them, which is 14 skill check with a potential to lose 3 health, and we actually have an equal number of agility die than we do to our magic dice. So I would say let's try disenchant, which is going to cost us 1, 2, and 3 time as the precursor cost. Let's grab these 3 at least. Let's see. This lets you trade 1 of the agility dice to actually roll 2 yellow dice during combat encounters. Very interesting. 3 XP, not bad. And, of course, another magic die. Sure. Let's go ahead and apply our heroic feat here, just to be safe, because, again, we are filling in 2 boxes up here. Let's roll and see what we've got. A lot of 4s today. Okay. So we know we could apply 2 of those 4s right here. And we could put 1 4 over here. Unfortunately, none of our dice are high enough to get that 6. And our 2 skills only interact, as you can see, with yellow dice. So, unfortunately, we are going to suffer 1 hit point of damage. But that's okay, because we are entirely wound-free. And that's only just going to give us our heroic die right back for a future challenge. Very good. Alright, so I think we made out of that pretty well, all things considered. Perfecto. Alright, now, what to pick? We only have 2 agility dice, so I think I'm actually going to pass on this. We're already we have a high proclivity, so to speak, with yellow dice as it is. We have 1 more blue dice we could potentially get to our pool, or 3 XP. I think I'm going to take the XP on this one. There we go, 3 XP. Very good. Let us spend 2 more time. Let's open this door. We have a locked door. Bash it open. That leans onto our skills and avoids a precursor penalty. I think that's exactly what we will do. Do we think we can get it with 5 dice? None of our abilities will allow us to change the die results because this is a trap instead of a combat encounter. Perhaps we should utilize this, I suppose. Why not? Okay, give those a roll. And what do we have? We have, I suppose it was a good thing we did that. Okay, so we're going to probably put a 5 right there, and then a 4 right there. And then that's 9. 9 plus 2 is 11, which is, I believe, what we need here. Yep, 11. Alright, and so we can put this right up here, and we're going to be leaving 1 box open, which is going to net us 1 more wound, and return that die right to the heroic feat for a future challenge. Okay. Still not too terrible, so I think we are in pretty decent shape. We knocked that door down. Let's see. Not really feeling that we need one of those. Trading 3 of those, we only have 2 of those pink ones in our dice pool anyway. So I think that's going to be a solid no. And 2 XP. I say let's just take the XP. We are now 5 XP on our way toward the 8 that we need here. So well on our way. Let us spend 2 more time. And let's open this door. We found a skeleton with the undying trait. If any boxes are left empty, spend 2 time. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and utilize our heroic feat die since we do have many boxes to fill. And let's give those a roll. Okay, ooh, those are some good looking numbers there. Very good. Well, so that 2, I think we'll slot that right there. This 4, I believe we'll slot there. This 5 will fit there, right, perfectly on that 5 slot. This 3 will fit perfectly on that 3 slot. Then we have a 6 we can pop in right there, a 6 here, and a 5, and a 5. Look at that. No empty boxes. Good thing we went ahead and used that heroic feat to use that extra die because it was exactly what we needed. Very good. We could get yet another attack die into our pool. We could get another potion, which gives us the ability now to reroll 1s and 2s and roll a wild during combat or trap encounters. Not horrible. Not amazing, I guess. I guess the only reason I'm considering the item is because both of these happen to utilize those yellow dice. Actually, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually take this for the item because if I want to get rid of it later, I can actually just turn it into XP. So I think that is just fine. Unfortunately, we are not going to get this die back for our heroic feat because we actually made it out of there without a scratch. Oh, let's not grab the skull. Here we go. Very good. We'll set those over there. We will spend 2 time, and then let us go ahead and search door number 4. This has been going okay so far. Ah, the beetle returns. Indeed, with a vengeance. Perhaps it's the beetle's son, who is very upset with us for having dealt with his father as drastically as we did.
Hello. My name is
Beetle.
Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Okay, same rules as before with the survivor trait. If any of the armor boxes are left empty, then you do not get to loot against him. We do, oh, sorry, we need to get our new attack die because, of course, we did just add 1 more. So we have a pool of 10 dice here. Surely with 10 dice we can fill those 4 shield boxes if nothing else, right? I think so. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay. This one is not going to be too helpful to us, but because it's wild, we can use it to trigger our abilities here. So for instance, I could trade it to get a 6 for the attack, or I could use it as a cleave to change the numbers here to be higher values, 1 apiece. I think I'm actually going to use it to make it into a yellow 6. Here we go. We'll borrow that. Very good. I'll just set that down there so we don't get it confused. So this 6, let's go ahead and slot right there. This 6 we can put right up here. I suppose we could put this 5 right here, as we do. Let's set this 3 right up there. Very good. We have a 4 right there, a 3 right there. We need to fill that blue 3. And I think if we trade this 5 and 4 of our yellow dice, then we can get a 4 in black, which we will slot right there on that 3. The only thing that leaves open, unfortunately, is that die right there, but that's only going to cost us a little bit of time. I'm not too worried about that. So we'll take our 2 time on that, and we will go ahead and get ourselves the reward here. Let's see. This is actually, we've seen this sort of skill before. Trade 3 agility dice to get a wild 6, combat or traps. Gonna pass on that. We could get ourselves a magic die. I think I'm gonna pass on that. Let's just go ahead and beef up our XP. So we now have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 XP. We are 1 away, 1 shy indeed of getting our next level up. Very good. All right, we are out of rooms to explore, so we're gonna have to spend 2 time to refill the room setup here. Excellent. Or should I say fantastic. I never realized how many times I say excellent until I started watching some of these in editing. So I'm going to try my best to push my vocabulary to new heights and come up with better terminology, or at least more diverse terminology that shows some modicum of thought. All right. So we have 4 different doors. We have to spend 2 more time to look at one of them. I say we flip this one. We have a cave-in. Oh, boy. Now, the cave-in does lean to our strengths if we try to dismantle the cave-in. We will have to spend 2 time to do so, but it will be rather safe, wouldn't it? I suppose let's go ahead and do the cave-in using our strength here. And I think, I need to return this one. We borrowed that when we utilized that skill. So we only have actually 5 of these. And we'll set that right there. Okay, surely with the 6 dice, we can overcome this trap. Oh, my goodness, look at that. Sure enough, we even have enough to fill that 6 slot that we've been failing to fill up to this point. So we dismantled this cave-in with ease. Excellent. I mean, superb is what I mean there. Goodness, I will have to really work on that. We already have Crushing Blow, and I think you're not allowed to have duplicates of the skills here. So as much as I'd like to have a second use of that, I don't believe you're allowed to do so. Another offering of magic die. The game seems really, really intent upon pushing me towards magic dice, but I will not heed its call. I'm going to put it over here because that is going to give us our 8 XP, meaning we get to level up to level 3. Okay, we'll set this to state 3. As you can see, in level 3, we are allotted 5 potential items and 4 potential skills. We also get +1 potion. We still maintain the same amount of wild dice, and it will require us 10 XP to level up to the next level, where who knows what will happen. Okay, this can go right there. Excellent. I mean, fantastic. All righty. And let us get a potion before we forget. And this potion, again, we could use it for healing purposes, which we may want to do pretty soon, or to use that invisibility trait there to sneak past one of those terrible encounters. Let's go ahead and spend 2 time and flip the next one. We have a Wraith. Oh, man, he's back for more. He followed us down from floor 1, and he is intent upon taking one of our items and turning it into XP. I'm really not feeling like messing with them. You know what we could do, though? Now that we just got this potion and we're doing okay on health, we could just use the invisibility on him. But let's look at what he actually gives you for rewards. He could give you a sword, 3 XP, or spend 3 magic to roll 2 agility dice. Well, and then, you know what, and if we take him for a reward, he won't come back to us during floor 3. So you know what, yes, let's go ahead. We're drinking our potion. Glug, glug, glug. We are sneaking by this Wraith. And I suppose we will take it for the XP. That gives us 3 XP on our way to level 4. Very good. 2 time to be spent for using the potion, and then 2 time to be spent to search one of these other rooms. Oh, and you know what? For some strange reason, these are actually telling me what they are. When I hover over them, they're not supposed to do that. I'm not sure why they're doing that. Okay, I guess what we'll do is on a 1 to 3... we'll take door number 1, and on a 4 to 6, we'll take door number 2. Okay, it's door number 2 then. Very good. An ice elemental.
A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
But of course, it's not. Oh boy, it's a 4 XP minion, but hopefully by this point, we'll have a bit more capabilities of taking him down. But before we start, the Frost trait means we have to spend 3 time before the encounter begins. There are currently no time to spend, so that means... excuse me. That means 3 of these wound tokens would come straight down on that board. But as we learned in the last one, once it reaches its third, we are going to take 1 damage. But actually that's kind of good, because in taking that 1 damage, we will get a heroic die, which we can now utilize in our battle against the ice elemental. I suppose I could have drank my other invisibility potion, but I think we'll be okay. Let's see what happens. Watch the roll be utterly abysmal. Oh, actually, the roll is utterly fantastic is what it is. Let's go ahead and change this 1 first and foremost. We're going to pay that there to get 6. Here we go. Look at that. We have 5 6s on the boards, 2 5. This is a great roll. All right, let's go ahead and start applying these to their spots. Up before we do that, there is a shield box, but we have 2 6s for you, buddy. There you go. All right, then we'll put a 4 right there. I think we'll trade these 2 5s to make a black 5. Let's set that to 5 and let us slot that right there. Very good. Oh, you know what? And actually we could get extra sneaky is what we could. I don't think we'll need it. Never mind. If we needed it, I was going to utilize my second skill to increase 4 dice up by 1 to change that 5 to a 6. But clearly, we will not be needing... Oh, well, I guess I do need to remember that we have those over there too. Oh, even then we won't need it. I'll trade those out. I could pull a dice out from there, but I'll just change this to a 6. We'll put the 6 right over there. And the very last thing I think we have is just that 3 up at the top, which I'm not horribly worried about. I think we'll just take it. It'll give us a heroic die back anyway, so I believe we will be a-okay. All right, we'll grab those dice. And look at those juicy rewards here. We have 4 flopping XP. We have 1 max health and 1 agility die. And we have the ability to trade 2 of our attack dice to roll 2 agility dice and a yellow die during a combat encounter. That skill is pretty neat, but we need, well, one thing we need is more agility dice, and the other thing we can always have is extra health. So I'd say let's go ahead and bring that right in there. Very good. And we'll make sure to get as many things as we can. I'll take my wound, which returns this die to us. And I think I need to return that because we don't have it quite yet, but we're close. All right. So we could choose to descend, or we could spend 2 time to see what's down here, which we already unfortunately know. I mean, I don't remember what's required for us to do that yet, but... Oh, okay. So actually it's going to be a 4 XP one, which is not a bad pursuit to go for. It's going to give us potentially a sword and a max health, or this ability down here, if you trade a magic 6, you gain 2 6s in the attack for combat encounters. Very good. Shall we climb around it, or shall we blast through it? The numerical difference between the two is not vast. And it's the same amount of dice either way for me. I could use this also. Actually, it's not the same amount of dice, is it? Because we just got one of these. So if I did it that way, I would get to roll 5 dice, trying to meet 11 and then those 2. That actually does make a bit more sense, doesn't it? However, we have to spend 3 time at the get-go, which is going to do 1, 2, 3. It would just fill this thing back up to 2, and it would deal me 1 wound. Boom. We're just going to put one of these right there. Okay, and then let us roll these dice. I like the numbers that are on there now. Let's see if we can get something a bit close to that. Or we could do like that is what we could do, I suppose. Let's slot that right there. Looks like we're not going to be filling in that 6 today, but I think we're going to be okay here because we have 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 4 is 12. So at least we don't take that penalty. We just get the 1 wound here. Very good, which will reward us with a second die here. Excellent. Or should I say fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 was our base health, so if we didn't have these max healths, we would unfortunately be forced to drink our potion to survive. But we have 2 health left, and I know that we're about to go down into the next floor, which is going to reward us with a free heal of 2. So I'm not too worried. Perhaps it's my hubris, but I am actually not incredibly concerned with the state of our health at the moment. And then we'll get one of these, and this should go right here. Now, what to do with you? I'm really liking that item there. Every item that can give me both an extra die and a max health is super good. And in fact, an idea occurred to me. What if we utilize one of the game effects you can do? I wonder if I'm clever enough to pull it up. Okay, good. Sometimes the stuff in there gets locked in there pretty hard, and it's hard to get rid of. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trade out this item with this one. So I will slot this in where that item was. Very good. And then I will just convert this to XP instead. So we now have 5 XP on our way to the 10 required to get to level 4. And I feel pretty good about that decision. All righty. Now, I suppose there's nothing else to explore anyway, so it is time to descend to floor 3. I think overall floor 2 went decently okay. And we have 4 wounds. I think one of the first things I will do on the next floor is drink this potion to bring us actually to only 1 wound, which will set us in a good spot for floor 3, which we will cover in a future episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you another time. Well, friends, I'd say that went pretty well for us. The dice deities were quite kind with the results they offered us, allowing our hero to circumvent the most brutal consequences of lackluster rolls. We were able to make it to level 3, we got some great items. That invisibility potion came in handy once more. I'll have to be on the lookout for it in future playthroughs going forward. We took a bit of a beating as the price of progress, but we'll be starting floor 3 with only 1 wound after we chug our healing potion. All in all, I'd say we're on the fast track to a showdown with the dragon. Tune in next time to catch our playthrough of floor 3 plus the epic dragon showdown. Happy gaming, everyone.